Oh well, you ready?
Nope.
Oh, okay, here we go. Welcome to Test Roll. I'm Martin.
I'm Lars.
And today we're going to pit two medium format cameras together. One was a strong contender from Europe, and one was a maybe not so strong contender from the United States. Lars?
This is the very well-known Hasselblad 503CW. It is a classic camera, a leader in the industry from the 60s on through even today to some extent.
And mine debuted in 1965. It was the Graflex XL.
The one thing that these two cameras share is the same lens.
Really?
And that's sort of the interesting thing to me, is they both have a Zeiss Planar f2.8 80mm lens.
Wow.
This camera was purchased a few days after you and I had a discussion about, wouldn't it be really cool if you could get a 6x7 camera that could take this lens?
Oh, that was only 20 or 25 years ago.
Oh, it wasn't that long. It's a bit of an oddball camera. I mean, it shares certain design sensibilities for, like with the Mamiya press camera. It's a very usable camera in my experience, but it does have some quirks. Now, this camera has some quirks, and if you've never used one of these and somebody threw it at you and you had to use it, there would be a few areas you might go, I don't get how this works or why it works this way.
The number of people that have overcome that and done quite well with them seems to indicate that something works ultimately there.
The Hasselblad is a nice camera and well designed.
But actually, this one kept going for a while. This came out in, what, 65? The company ceased to exist in 1973 or so, when I guess they sold this to
Singer? I do not
Cambo?
That, yes, that's possible.
I think that was Cambo
Okay.
that bought this. Have to double check that.
By the way, if you're looking for accuracy, don't come to us.
No.
This is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 or 6 by 6 centimeters.
And this is 2 1/4 by...
It's 2 1/4 by 2 3/4 if you use the ground glass and the sheet film holders. It's 6 by 7 if you use roll film.
See, right now I've got the ground glass in here. So you could use like the old sheet film holders, because that's convenient.
I've done it, and it's, I don't agree. It's not convenient.
But we're going to go out, we're going to shoot with this today, probably not with the sheet film holders.
Yeah.
See what we get. Welcome back, folks. We had our walkabout and we pretended we were trolls and we walked under bridges and scared people and ourselves, and hopefully we won't scare you. We used the, let me pull this out, the Graflex XL.
And the Hasselblad.
This has a Zeiss Planar 80 millimeter, and that has a
Zeiss Planar 80 millimeter.
What a coincidence. All right, well, we're going to see what looks good or gooder.
Yeah.
More better.
I have some opinions.
Okay, let's have a look at your opinions. Or even your iPad.
Okay.
So we're looking at color. This was, I'm sorry, Kodak Gold?
We both shot Kodak Gold.
All right. You know, I have this thing when I walk into a location and I am completely flummoxed, I will take the obvious but not very nice shot.
Well, there's this idea I've seen a lot of photographers talk about, is you kind of have to do a warm-up shot.
That's all of my shots. All right, well, let's see these other warm-up shots. That's better.
I like this rock shot.
Yeah.
It's better than my rock shot. No, I like this. I mean, it sort of gets the graffiti and the just sort of the weight and form of the rocks. It's fairly sharp. I mean, these lenses, this is a good sharp lens. I mean, my balding head in the bottom.
Look at that! Look at that! That wasn't my thumb. It was your head. Wow! I thought I'd frame that out. You know, it's obvious I'm getting old and I can't see.
The Graflex has some issues in trying to be able to see it well enough to frame the shot.
This is a rangefinder camera, so you're going to have parallax error.
Yeah.
It's not same with Graflex and Hasselblad. I know you're shocked out there.
Yeah. The Hasselblad struggled, but it kept up.
Yeah.
I like this shot.
Here we go. Here we are. We're in troll land now.
Yeah.
Some of you that are real fans may have noticed this is a old Pacific Electric bridge that went across the San Gabriel River between Duarte and Irwindale, and I think that's from like about 1907 or something like that. Part that was open. Oh, and that is you.
I don't think I took this shot.
No, you're pretty sure you didn't. Let's look at. Oh, okay.
Well, this is interesting because you reshot this with the Hasselblad a little later.
In focus, hopefully.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you tell me what happened.
I was blind.
It was dark. I couldn't see.
I think I just simply blew the focus.
Well,
I couldn't see very well. There we
go. This is a really good shot of the span of the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was hard to get a good shot of the bridge because the river bottom is overgrown. It's mostly a dry river, except during very flooded times.
Okay, so this is the Hasselblad stuff.
Already looking better.
This was my first shot. Actually, this is not the 80 millimeter. This is the 150.
Oh.
Because it's just the 80 millimeter wouldn't it would just be too wide for the shot.
And you can see that on the rebate it says Kodak Gold. Sorry, local humor.
Yeah. Yeah, we were sort of shooting the same basic compositions, and
here we go, rocks again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This whole bottom part doesn't do much for. I mean, the composition just doesn't really work.
That looks a little sharper.
It feels to me that even if it's the same lens, it looks a little bit better on the Hasselblad.
You certainly spent more money.
Well, true.
Yeah. It's always going to feel better if you spent more money.
This was your shot, I think. This was with the 50.
Oh, okay.
I like this. You were talking about how the light was reflecting off this silver graffiti, and I thought that came out well. It's a huge dynamic range to try to get.
You know, it's kind of amazing that it's as good as it is.
Yeah.
Considering.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
I think this was one I shot.
Yeah, no, but just the you've got all my favorite compositional things, and you've got color, and it.
Yeah, the color was neat under the bridge there.
Your eye keeps going to different, very strong elements, and it's really neat.
The one thing that drives me nuts is this little white piece of paper.
Oh my God, that's ruined.
I mean, and this was your reshoot of the, I know you shot this one, but this was basically the one you were shooting on the Graflex where the focus was.
I've got to say, this was easier to focus.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. I would say the Hasselblad is so much easier to use.
mm-hmm. And oh,
That's probably the 150 again. And
that's me. All right. And ooh, this is a nice just.
I like the sort of subtle earth tone colors.
All right, there's 2.5 spans, or maybe 2.25 spans.
Yeah, I was struggling with a square format. It's really not the best format for shooting long horizontal bridges.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, there we go. I like that.
Yeah, and then I figured with the square format, really the only way you can shoot that bridge is this long oblique.
Yeah, that's neat. I like that. Lars and I have bad luck shooting color because we usually, when we decide to do color, the light is the most uninteresting.
Yeah, it's either blazing hot summer or just midday. And,
yeah. Oh, one more. This was the last shot of the roll, and we thought, hey, let's follow this old Pacific Electric line down toward Duarte, and there's another bridge. This is actually the bridge that goes over the line to Bradbury, where they won't let you in.
That's like the armed guards,
They're not going to let you in.
Anyway, I like this shot.
Yeah, I like that oak.
I don't know that it's really an arts and crafts feel to it, but there is a little bit of that.
Well, this was all like arts and crafts era when that bridge went in.
Okay, so I do have some other shots that I had taken. When we decided to do these two cameras, I decided I better check and make sure that they still work.
Let's have a look at some of these.
But
so this is like a really diffused one.
Yeah, this one I was getting out early in the morning to catch the fog. So I've been doing these shots at the LA River. This is a Graflex again. It's a bit of a.
Oh, okay.
Again, this is the Sunny Nook Bridge. It's a little pedestrian bridge. I think it's just north of the Glendale Hyperion Bridge.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, this is around Taylor Yards.
You actually are making in these grab stuff look really good.
The fog was working for me here. I like this one.
Is that orange bridge?
Yes.
Okay, and that's that tree that's tree colored.
It's mostly tree colored, I think. Not in this shot.
No.
Where were you going?
No, I don't know. Ooh, I like that.
I thought this kind of worked. I mean, I actually was specifically composing to get this little thing that sort of juts out in front of this tree in the background.
Is that where they make you walk the plank?
Yes, no. And then in fact they just push you right over.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so this is up by Griffith Park. You'll see that this one's a little bit misty. And then this one's a whole lot misty.
Yeah, super fog.
This one's really, really misty.
Okay.
Now, it was foggy. It wasn't that foggy. So, you were complaining about framing up on the Graflex and looking through it.
Yeah.
I had the same problem. And, I was working on a tripod, so I'm having a hard time composing this shot because I can't get my eye close enough to the, hey, grab the camera. So it's like, you look at this thing and it's like, there's this whole magazine out here and you got to do like that and like this. I mean, even doing that. And it's like, if you're doing this, it's hard to see all those frame lines. So I had the clever idea of you just pop the magazine off, and then you can do this to your heart's content. It's great. What I didn't think about on a cold, foggy morning was that I was breathing on the back of the lens. So that's why these shots are so foggy. It's just at one point I pulled the magazine off and I looked at the back of the lens and there's all this water condensed on it.
Oh, geez.
It's like, oh no, this is not good. This was taken at sunset.
Oh, okay.
This is by the Fletcher Boulevard Bridge.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
again,
neat.
this was with a red filter.
Oh, okay.
So I was just trying to get some definition in the clouds. But again, that's the Fletcher
Oh,
Bridge
that's
at
neat.
night.
I like the shimmery lights in the water.
But here I was wearing my wading boots, standing out in the middle of the river, which is like about an inch deep. So
Don't do this at home, kids.
here's another shot of. This kind of bugs me, and this is just me being an idiot purist. But this nice sort of gradual S-curve of the river here was artificially created. They had a whole bunch of like steam shovels and earth movers or whatever, and they moved all the rocks, so you have this nice, pretty little curve of the river. Why, I don't know.
It's to remind Mother Nature what you could do if you really put some effort into it.
So that's kind of what we got. So, what did you think of the cameras? You used mostly the Graflex.
The Graflex was, it's a good camera. I think you could use it for fun, and that's a nice lens.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could actually conceivably focus, and part of it is, getting new eyeballs or being younger, I found the
Hasselblad?
The Hasselblad was way easier to use.
It's very well engineered to be a camera that just gets out of your way and lets you do the actual work. I found when I switched from a RB67 to the Hasselblad, I didn't miss the 6x7 because the images were so much sharper on the Hasselblad that I could enlarge them more.
If you have an XL, I would totally encourage you to go out and use it because it makes really good pictures. If you got the money for a Hasselblad, I would say go out and get one of those too.
Yeah.
So we like them both, and they both do a little bit differently. It was a great experience, and I'd totally do it again. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Test Roll. I'm Martin.
And Lars?
Have a good rest of your day.